Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the viewer title, you know what this video is about. I know the past two videos have been some long videos. It was the coach one that was like 22 minutes, and then the recap. I had to do those two big videos at the end of the season to kind of get that out the way, but now we're back to our regular stuff, our regular segments. And today's video topic, as you've seen from the video title, is about the QB situation with the Steelers and also Coach Tomlin returning. So we're going to start off with the Coach Tomlin returning for 2024 as the head coach. He'll be returning on the last year of his contract. And they also stated a lot of things in that press conference. Coach Tomlin made a joke to start the press conference off and said, anybody want to ask me any questions about the contract now? He said, I'm in a better mood now. Because, after the game, when emotions are high, you're like, man, I don't want to say anything crazy or disrespect the reporter or anything. So I'm just going to walk out and leave because it's like, after the game, I don't want to hear anything about no contract for next season. I'm talking about the game that we just lost. It's a playoff game. I want to win one. A playoff game. These guys pay everything they got into this game. And we came out there and came up short against the Bills on the road. So, of course, you don't want to discuss a contract thing or discuss anything that's irrelevant to today's game. So now he was open to talk about the contract situation and say he's returning. And I know there was a report at first that said the Steelers may be working on an extension or something, but we're going to see what happens in that situation. But let's break down the Kenny Pickett. Is Kenny Pickett QB number one? I know a lot of questions are circulating. There's a lot of rumors surrounding the quarterback situation in Pittsburgh. You look at Mason Rudolph, what he's done for the Steelers when he came in. But we're gonna break down like each quarterback. We know Mr. Trubisky is just gonna get out of the way already. Mr. Trubisky is not coming back probably, most likely. They're probably gonna find a way to release Mr. Trubisky, save some money and stuff as well, because he is showing you that he's not really a reliable backup guy. And he's also showing you that he's not going to be your future or anything. So it's kind of like holding on money, unnecessary cap on, like on the team. So might as well just get rid of him. And he probably find a team somewhere else. Somebody else would be willing to pick him up, take a chance on him most likely. But he's not really the guy that should be around the team because it's like he's kind of like holding up money. And also he's not going to be the backup, especially if Mason Rudolph come back. So, yeah. So might as well just write him off. But we're breaking down Kenny Pickett numbers. In 2022, Kenny Pickett was 7-5, 2,404 passing yards, 7 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Now, 3 of those interceptions came in one game against the Jets, the game he came in to play. And some of those, you can say, are they his fault or not? Not his fault, because one of them was a drop from Pat Freiermuth. The one at the end of the game was just a Hail Mary toss-up for like some type of miracle to see if anything happens at the end of the game. And then one of them was Chase Claypool getting mossed by a 5'9" corner when he's 6'4". So it's like, are some of those his fault? Or some of those not his fault like that? So you can kind of like, debate that amongst yourselves. But he had 63 completion percentage as well that season. And then this following year, which is this season right here that's still going on, he was 7-5 as a starter. Now you can say 7-4 because he only played one quarter in that game against the Cardinals before he hurt his ankle, had that broken ankle. He had to get surgery for, which he missed the rest of the season. And then you look at his numbers: 2,070 passing yards, 6 touchdowns to just 4 interceptions, and 3 of those interceptions came within the first few weeks. 2 versus the 49ers, 1 versus the Browns, and then 1 versus the Texans. And he had 62 completion percentage, 81.4 passer rating. So you look at the numbers are not godly, but you look at the records, he's been winning. He found a way to win. He found a way to win and go out there. He's 14-10 as a starter, so he's 4 games above 500 as a starter. He found ways to win. We've seen the game-winning drives he had his rookie season. Seen the game-winning drives he had his this past season right here too as well. But it's just like you don't see a lot of big time playmaking. 7 touchdowns last year, 6 touchdowns this year. And in my opinion, I feel like he played better his rookie season. He took more chances down the field. He used his legs a lot more as well. He had about 4 rushing touchdowns last year. He used his legs a lot more. He was able to keep plays alive, and he just looked more natural. And then in preseason we had the hype surrounding him and said, okay, he might be better a little bit too. And then this season he protected the ball better, but he didn't really make a lot of big plays down the field. And then you look at when he got rid of Matt Canada. People blame Matt Canada and say Matt Canada was the one calling the bad plays. But I know Matt Canada did have some bad play calling, but you look at some of those, you go back and watch some of those games, Kenny Pickett missed some plays though. He might have had bad play calling, but Kenny Pickett missed like passes to George Pickens. Remember the Titans game, he missed a few passes to George Pickens. He missed some passes down the field where guys are like open, like routine throws that you'd be like, okay, it's a drag route, it's a crosser route. Those are easy throws the quarterback can make right there. And he missed a lot of those plays, missed a lot of those passes and stuff. So of course the play calling is bad, but it also don't help when the quarterback is missing those throws. And then you see Kenny Pickett first game without Matt Canada. They had 400 plus yards of offense, only got 16 points. Now Dietrich Johnson did drop a touchdown in the end zone, which would probably have been deemed a touchdown if we reviewed it. And then also we seen Kenny Pickett miss the throw as well. A few throws in the red zone. Jalen Warren did fumble in the red zone. The Steelers still won the game, had 400 yards of offense. But we missed some opportunities in the red zone. The following week against the Cardinals, Kenny Pickett missed George Pickens on the sideline for a big play, but he got injured in the end of the first quarter. He tried to scramble for the first down, and then he got somebody landed on his ankle in an awkward way, and he was injured. And that was the last time he really had a chance to play without Matt Canada. Mr. Trubisky came in, didn't look too well. On the rest of the game with the Cardinals, the Patriots game, he didn't look too well. And you look at the game versus the Colts, he didn't look that good either. And then Mason Rudolph come in with the same scheme and stuff, and just went out there and just play lights out. You look at Mason Rudolph numbers in that stretch. He was doing 3-0. He threw 719 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 72 completion percentage, 118 passer rating, which was ranked among the top of that in pass. I think a minimum of 50 pass attempts. I think minimum 50 pass attempts. So he was ranked amongst the top in that past the last 3 weeks like that. The top guy, the passer rating. He was out there playing amazing football. And also you look at kind of like Kenny Pickett. His play with his receivers too, because Deontay Johnson, we seen earlier, he was saying something that about Mason Rudolph. Said he wanted Mason Rudolph to return 2024 to be his quarterback in 2024. He said he'd been seeing Mason Rudolph since his rookie season, because Mason was here in 2018. DJ got drafted, from Toledo in 2019, like that. So he played with a little bit of Mason Rudolph as well. And he'd been seeing Mason Rudolph, and he said this the way he played was not a surprise to him, because he said he's seen this stuff when he was practicing and having Mason Rudolph around, and he seen Mason Rudolph improve and playing at a higher level. So he said he wants Mason Rudolph back. And look at George Pickens' numbers. George Pickens haven't mentioned anything about the quarterback situation. I don't believe so. Let me know in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. But George Pickens did play better under Mason Rudolph. He had 300 plus. He had about 330 yards in those 2 games, like in the game against the Bengals and the Seahawks, and 2 touchdowns in those games with Mason Rudolph being his quarterback. And then the last game of the season, I know he only had like a 5-yard carry, but he was out there playing amazing football in that stretch. And look at his numbers with playing with Mason Rudolph for those 3 games. You look at his numbers with playing Kenny and stuff, it's some different numbers. You see the opportunity down the field. He was able to hit George Pickens down the field a lot more and give him more opportunities, more targets down the field, and push the ball. And he made a lot of big-time plays. So I'm not saying Kenny Pickett is just awful or anything. He's solid quarterback, but is he really the game-changing quarterback we need right now? Is he the franchise guy? Do you believe or have faith in him? Because the team, the teams, so they kind of have a little bit of faith in them, but not too much faith in them, because you look at when Kenny Pickett got injured, Mr. Trubisky came in, was not too good. They benched him. Mason Rudolph came in, and they said they're going to roll with Mason Rudolph. Even though Kenny Pickett was healthy, they were going to roll with Mason Rudolph because he's the hot hand. I promise you can bet anything. Some of the top quarterbacks in the league, if the backup quarterback is playing very good, the star quarterback come back, they're going to put him back in there. We're seeing the backup quarterback for the Bears was playing a little good, and people were saying, well, he more accurate than Justin Fields. Justin Fields got back healthy, got back in there. Geno Smith this season as well. Geno Smith was injured. In one game, he came back. They say he was active, but he was 100%. So they started Drew Lock. But the following week, they put Geno Smith back in there because they know that he's the guy. When Dak Prescott was injured, he broke his thumb. I think it was last season, I believe. I think last season. And Cooper Rush came in and went 4-1 as a starter. It was the hot hand. You think the Cowboys was thinking about, let's pick Cooper Rush in there over Dak? No. When Dak Prescott was healthy, they put him back in there. So if you're one of the best quarterbacks around, they're not going to keep you on the bench and just say, hey, we're going to roll with the hot hand. No, we know that you're our guy, so we're going to put you back in there. I don't care how good the backup quarterback playing. Jake Browning got the Bengals to 9-8 record. It was one game away from making the playoffs. You think they're going to think next year, like, is a QB battle in the offseason for the Bengals? No, it's not. Joe Burrow, when he's healthy, it's his job because he is Joe Burrow. So, like, when you're a franchise and your team and the coaching staff, everybody believe in you, they know that, hey, you're the guy, so you're going to be in there. So that right there didn't help Kenny out a lot, because him being healthy and the team still deciding to go with someone else. Because if there's anybody else, we know some of the best quarterbacks in the league, the Mahomes, the Lamar Jackson, the Josh Allens, and even quarterbacks on a level lower than that, like Kirk Cousins, the Dak Prescotts, those guys of the world. I bet you if Derek Carr, if those guys was injured and the backup quarterback was playing real good and those guys was healthy, they're getting back in there. They're getting back in there because, and I don't care how good the backup quarterback is, because the team believes in them and they know they the best chance to win. They know that's the franchise guy, and that's the guy that's going to have them up there to at least contend for a Super Bowl. So that helped Kenny Pickett case out a lot. And you look at guys around his age, got Hurts, who been to the Super Bowl before. I know this year didn't go the best for them, but been to the Super Bowl before. You look at Herbert, has some very good numbers as a quarterback. Tua Tagovailoa, I think, led the league in passing yards this year. Was a Pro Bowl quarterback as well. Jordan Love, his first year as a starter, 32 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. Though all those guys are 25 years old, just like Kenny Pickett. Now, if you want to go with Kenny Pickett draft class, you can say that he's, comparing to Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder had 12 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. You can say Kenny is better than Desmond. Maybe Sam Howell, who had 21 touchdowns, but he also had 21 picks. But you can't say he's better than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is on a different level. And people always bring up the 49ers offense, but like, well, he got all these weapons and stuff. But we're seeing other guys in the offense that didn't work out too well. Jimmy Garoppolo was there. He got into the Super Bowl and NFC Championship game, but you just didn't see that same spark. I thought it was like kind of like winning in spite of Jimmy Garoppolo sometimes. Sometimes he played well, but you look at his numbers, it wasn't like godly numbers. And then you look at C.J. Beathard when he was there. Nicky Mullins, that same offense. And then you look at Brock Purdy, who's here now, and you see just the offense on a different scale, and you see how they just look dominant. So like that, so like you can't really try to take away from Brock Purdy by saying that, because he is the real deal, and being able to go through that offense and get those guys ready and stuff. Of course, he had the help of Debo and CMC, but hey, he's still part of that success as well. So Kenny Pickett gotta get it together. I don't know exactly what the Steelers gonna do. They're gonna bring Mason Rudolph back and have a QB battle between Mason and Kenny, or are they going to just go out there, draft a guy, Michael Penix Jr., or trade up for Jaden Daniels or somebody, or go out there and trade for a guy, Justin Fields or somebody. You never know what they might do. Sign a veteran like Kirk Cousins, Russell Wilson. It's a lot of scenarios going on. So down below in the comment section, let me know what you guys think. But the last topic for this video is about the offensive coordinator. To the Steelers, or like Coach Tomlin said it earlier today on his press conference, that the Steelers are going to go outside the organization to get an offensive coordinator, which I'm very happy about, because I thought the Steelers have been too cheap trying to bring guys up. And you know, sometimes it works when you bring guys up, it'll work and stuff, and you think you just kind of get repetitive and trying to do the same thing over and over. But now it hasn't been working. It hasn't been working lately. So them going out there outside of the organization and getting an offensive coordinator, getting an elite offensive guru, get one of those quarterback coaches under the Matt LaFleur tree or the Kyle Shanahan tree, or let's see, Kyle Shanahan, Matt LaFleur, who else? Somebody else I'm missing. Sean McVay tree. Get one of those guys. You see how those guys have those offenses looking, those quarterbacks looking. Get one of those guys who can help build up quarterbacks, and who can help scheme guys open and make the quarterback job easier. So you maybe can see the best of Kenny Pickett, maybe see the best of Mason Rudolph, or whoever you bring in like that. Get one of those guys so you can see how this team can go. But that's all I got for the video today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.